Bercy, Paris, an urban sprawl alongside the Seine in the heart of the French capital. This is the home of the BNP Paribas Masters, and under the imposing grass walls of the Palais Omnisport, we are down to the final 8 of this prestigious tennis tournament. Incredibly, the top 8 ranked players on the planet have all reached the quarter-finals. 4 matches to savour on Fantastic Friday. Novak Djokovic has won his last 12 meetings against Stan Wawrinka, including 2 epic 5-setters at the Australian and US Opens. The Swiss number 2, though, relishes these contests and is riding high after the finest season of his career. The early signs were that this would be another titanic clash, but Wawrinka's serve was under pressure from the off. Djokovic, the tennis gymnast, forcing early break points. The Serb's pressure was relentless. Only 1 game was dropped in the opener, and while the second set was tighter, in the 7th game, the world number 2 pounced. A solitary break in the second would prove enough. After 81 minutes, Djokovic was on course to extend his 14-match winning streak.
Clinical efficiency today. A great all-round performance from the 2009 champion here in Bercy.
The second of these epic 4 matches was a repeat of the Basel final from the previous weekend between former world number 1 Roger Federer and Juan Martín del Potro, which the Argentine won in 3 sets. Del Potro has actually won their last 3 meetings. All have been indoors, but after a frustrating year in many ways, Federer seemed determined to end it on a high, proving early on that form is temporary, class most definitely permanent. Federer took the first set, but Del Potro is always a dangerous opponent, and he cranked up the pressure, with the Swiss serving to stay in the second. For the 6th match in a row between these 2 gladiators, it had gone the distance, but Federer remained on top after trading breaks. Match points arrived on Del Potro's serve.
He's done it. Federer has finally got the better of Juan Martín del Potro.
Djokovic awaited in the semi-finals.
Whenever I do see him play, he seems, fit, quick, clear in his head, confident and all those things, because he's been up there for some time now. It's natural and logic for him which decisions to take, and that makes it hard to play against.
The headline act of the evening session saw world number 1 Rafael Nadal take on French number 1 Richard Gasquet, a man the Spanish sensation has yet to lose to in their 11 previous meetings. Nadal was an early break-up, but this though is a new steely Richard Gasquet. The Frenchman had the composure to respond immediately.
It's a bit of copy and paste of how he played last evening against Nishikori, getting it back, playing another ball and then running it down.
Gasquet had the set back on level terms and needed to be aggressive, but an attempted serve and volley tactic left his serve exposed again, and the opening set slipped beyond his grasp. The 27-year-old Spaniard's hoodoo over Gasquet never looked under threat in truth. The Frenchman was outfought and outplayed in the second set. It was Rafa's 71st win of the year, and he marched on to his 3rd semi-final in Bercy.
Brilliant match from Nadal. The quality of play from Nadal was just so good. There was absolutely nothing that Gasquet could do.
At the end, I was able to hit a few good forehands down the line. That shot gave me a lot of points during the whole season, and that's the way. Because I need to play that shot very often to play well on these kind of surfaces.
The 4th semi-final saw reigning BNP Paribas Masters champion David Ferrer take on world number 7 Thomas Berdych, and Ferrer found himself an early break behind. Berdych survived break points of his own to see out the opening set. Ferrer's incredible powers of resilience are legendary, and after taking the second set 7-5, again in the decider, it was the Spaniard who had the edge. So we are down to the final 4 in Bercy and 2 mouth-watering contests in prospect. Novak Djokovic takes on Roger Federer, and an all-Spanish clash between Rafael Nadal and David Ferrer. Log on to Tennis TV for the best from semi-final Saturday.